Today's video, let's go ahead and break down all the major challenges that you are experiencing that's keeping you stuck on the product manager job hunt without a product manager job. And I'm pretty sure you'd rather just have something already because this job hunt has completely taken everything out of you. And you'd probably get back to, much rather watch other types of YouTube videos other than job hunting from yours truly, right? So how do we want to go ahead and navigate this? Well, I wanted to break it down into a few categories. So what are the challenges? Starting from the left, I would say market challenges, resume challenges, application challenges, follow-up challenges, background challenges, interview challenges, motivation challenges, and I think the overall strategy challenges, having a game plan. Let's go over this all one by one and kind of just product manage this whole situation out. Now, I do want to go ahead and tell you this. We've already solved all these problems already. So you could very easily hop over to our YouTube channel, schedule a call with us, join our program, pick a payment plan that works out for you, and let us help you get this job. Just like we helped all these other people here, like $300,000 product manager job over there at a big tech company, Venmo, maybe you heard of them, landed a data product manager job in 2 months, AI program manager job at Disney, product manager job in 60 days, 4 product manager offers in 60 days. Here's the thing. We can solve these problems for you. And I've been stressing this out for people. You need to go ahead and actually be a part of a community, or you're going to be left out there all by your lonesome. Why? In 2025, the only way you're going to get a product manager job, the only way you're actually going to get product manager interviews, period, is either through your YouTube channel, through your personal brand, or either through networking. But more on that later. With that said, let's go ahead and start to the very, very left. Let's treat this like we would any other, I would say, product management problem, and just see if we can create some solutions for it, right? I'm going to go ahead here and let's just talk about market challenges to go out there and start. With market challenges, I feel like right now, almost everybody that's scheduling a call with us, whether they're trying to transition into product management for the very first time, or they have been impacted by the layoffs, the first thing we hear is oh yeah, the market's just so bad right now. The market's so bad right now. There's no new openings. Companies are not hiring for product managers. Is being a product manager even worth it anymore? Let's go ahead and cover that. First things first, I totally understand that you don't even want to feel this way, but you do feel it. You don't want to believe that the market's bad, but for whatever reason is you're not winning. Well, the truth is, if we go out here and we take a look at these roles, companies are hiring. Companies, they're struggling to help people land, trying to find good candidates too. There are so many roles that I see, because I've been in recruiting, where they're we'll throw out $5,000 for any successful referrals. So the first thing that we need to go ahead and do to realize we need to counteract this problem of feeling like the market's bad, there's not enough openings, companies are not hiring for product managers. I could tell you that all day, and if you're watching me on LinkedIn, I'm posting. But the only way you're gonna get out of that frame of mind is if you're with a group of people that are getting a lot of product manager interviews. That's gonna serve as a positive reinforcer that interviews are possible. Otherwise, you're just gonna be constantly thinking to yourself that nobody is hiring out there, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. Companies are hiring out there. Now, if the market, let's just assume that there's 2 outcomes here. If the market is as bad as people are saying that the market is, that just means we have to be more strategic about how it is that we are approaching the job hunt. And unfortunately, I don't know why schools don't teach people how to go out there and get a job, any job, right? They don't teach people really how to write resumes. They don't teach people how to go ahead and actually apply jobs, prepare for interviews, network, follow up with interviews. Because if they spend 4 years just doing that, I think we could solve the unemployment issue pretty quickly, because these are some very, very very important skills. But the first thing that people are thinking, and which is why I put this in the second category, is what's wrong with my resume? A lot of times we get calls, people are like, "Can you just look at my resume?" Calm down. Nothing's wrong with your resume. Can your resume use improvement? Yes. Okay. Everybody's resume can use improvement. In fact, it's like Sistine Chapel, right? It's a work of art. It's never gonna. You can always do more to go ahead and improve. You can always go ahead and use, do more improvement on the resume. But when you're getting blown up, like this is actually over. Okay, all these reactions. Take a look at all these people that are looking for a job, and this is just for a regular product manager role over there at Tinder, posted up by their recruiter, right? If there's that many people, 1,800 impressions. That's a lot. That's a lot of reach, and a lot of people reaching out. Like, do you think they have time to go out there and read everybody's resume? No. So other things that you can do is have a resume that stands out, send over the screenshot of your resume, do a LinkedIn video pitch, have a LinkedIn a social proof message. Why? All of those things are going to make it easier to access your resume, or make it easier for them to go ahead and actually think about wanting to look at your resume. So you send the resume. Number one, 90% of the time they don't look at it. 10% of the time they might. They look at your resume, but like they may not look at it the way that you want them to look at it, right? So you got to go ahead and follow up. Like, there's so many different challenges. You have to go out there and make sure that all the bases are covered. But if other people are getting interviews out there, there's no reason why you can't be getting interviews. Application challenges. I hear this all the time. Rich, there is like so many automated rejections. Good. Follow up with all of them. We've proven in our program that just because you got rejected from the interview, it doesn't necessarily mean you got a real rejection. We are getting interviews in our program every single day where people are getting rejected from the interview process. They're getting rejected from the interview process, but they reach out to the hiring manager on LinkedIn. They're able to book those interviews directly. Why? Because hiring, like recruiters, they don't give a shit about whether or not you're getting this interview. They're not getting paid enough to. You don't care. They don't care about you any more than you care about me. It's a fact. You don't give a shit. Right? Like, to them, you're just another name on a piece of paper. So follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. You can follow up with ghosted, follow up with rejected applications. You can follow up with even rejected interviews. That's something that we also do in our program. Follow-up challenges. No response from hiring manager. Left on red on LinkedIn. Follow up with them again. Listen, a lot of times when people are posting this stuff up, you think they're at their computer, but they're not. A lot of times this is done on their iPhone. Like, so much of what we're doing right now is on our iPhone. If you haven't downloaded LinkedIn yet on your iPhone, you really need to download LinkedIn on your iPhone. Set a job notification alert on your iPhone for the types of roles that you're looking for, and there is a feature on your iPhone where you can upload the resume onto your iPhone, onto your LinkedIn app. When you see a role that you like or you notify it, send it out there. Speed to lead. Try to get to the people first, right? These are little things that you can go out there and do. But if there's no response, follow up with them. Listen, they have lives too. They have fires that they have to put out too. A lot of these roles, like they get posted and then they get rushed, and then they don't hear back from people. So, like, 100%, you got to follow up with these positions as well. Background challenges, years of experience not qualified. I hear this a lot of times too. It's like, well, I shouldn't apply. Like, every single job that you don't think you should apply for, you should just go ahead and apply to. 100%. So, I hosted a group apply time in my program in New York. And these two were applying to jobs, and people were like, oh yeah, job's bad. And I was like, apply to this job. And this is what I notice with product managers all the time. They'll be like, well, that one I don't have enough. Apply. Well, this one's asking me, Rich, like I have to show up to the office 2 days out. Apply. This one says like I need to have an apply. Well, this one, apply. Apply. This is actually why you need to do it in a group. And this is why you need somebody cracking the whip. Because when I take a look at how product managers apply, you guys are so selective. So, like, you want to know what's killing your momentum is that you don't have enough interviews. You do, like, a little bit of work here, and then you get, like, a little bit of interviews, a little bit of work, a little bit of interviews, a little bit of work, a little bit of interviews. And you're just feeling like shit over and over and over again. You need to book yourself 10, 15, 20, 25 interviews solid. Because you want to know why? you don't have the time to go out there and fill the press. Right now, one of the things that's killing your interview is you're walking in there like you should be auditioning for an antidepressant commercial. Listen, they're feeling depressed enough on the job. See, this little thumb here feels this way too. If you're coming in there nervous AF, depressed AF, feeling defeated, looking down, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, why are people like getting jobs like over me and stuff? I had this one lady tell me I stalk every single company to see who they hired, for the companies that she interviewed and got rejected in. Almost always somebody with less experience. Why do you think the transitioners are killing it right now? Because they're just more excited about the job. So many product managers are just so jaded. They're just like, oh, I just want this job already. Why won't anyone give me a job? I'm supposed to be a product manager. It's like, listen, I feel for you. I do. I know what that's like. I built a business. I led my team through COVID. I've been dealing with a lot of low self-esteem people since the layoffs is happening. The better the school that they come out from, the lower their self-esteem is. It's like amazing. Like, I don't even know how these people get on. But I'm telling you guys the truth. Like, you want to know why you are getting the interviews, going to the final round, you're not getting the offer letter, but at the same time, you're not getting the rejection email? Because you're qualified for the job. By definition, we can't reject you. But there's no more rounds, so we're not booking you for any more interviews. But where's the offer letter? Well, I'm not exactly pumped up enough about you to freaking whip out my DocuSign. So, you know what that leaves you? No man's land. And we know what that's going to do to you? You're just watching more of my YouTube videos. And you know what that's happening? You're making me rich, whether or not you realize it. But I want you to go ahead and get the job. I mean, sure, you want to go ahead and get the job, right? You got to understand. You need to do so many interviews where you're just sounding really, really, really polished. There's so many people that have so much experience on the job, but right now their biggest challenge is convincing a company to give them a shot. If you don't have like more opportunities to get up to bat, you're just gonna go out there and get washed up. So like everybody right now is just feeling kind of low energy, kind of like feeling like meh. Come out, let's play some music, let's whip out some alcohol, let's just apply, like let's have some fun, dude. Let's just go out there and let's do that, dude. Let's just do a application happy hour, dude, on Zoom. Come hang out with me, let's do it. So like those are big challenges, right? It's also not about your background so much as it's about like your like not about your background, but more so about your the value that you're bringing. Interview challenges, you're getting ghosted, unrealistic hiring expectations, losing out to more qualified candidates. You're losing out to more qualified candidates. You got to upskill, and that means you got to learn AI. That means you got to take the program. A lot of product managers, I think that this is more so for experienced product managers versus like transitioners. AI basically gave product management the great reset. A lot of your skills in product management are just outdated. And that's why, like, your skills as a product manager is drive results. A lot of product managers got laid off because those results did not convert to dollars. So, like, your hamburger wasn't selling. And they weren't making money. So that means they had no money to pay you. They had no money to pay you. Bruh. So, like, you got to go ahead and upskill with AI. So if you're ineffective in helping company make more money, then you got to help companies streamline process and like save more money, right? That's where AI comes in. So this is actually where you got to upskill. If the restaurant's like heading down, cutting corners on ingredients is actually not the way to go. Or relying on our menu, well, like those menu items, you guys ever work for a company that says like, hey, we're ready to go out there and innovate, but they keep on holding on to their like archaic and antiquated processes? A lot of product managers are just nostalgic about the golden years of like 2021. Those days are over. It's 2025. Like if you don't get with the times, if you don't start getting those AI certifications that we offer, which we offer those certifications because we interviewed product management hiring teams, like you're just going to be every single week and every single month you're left hanging out there by yourself, you're just getting left more and more and more behind because the market is moving on without you. That's just a fact. Motivational challenges. This is actually where I think people are hurting the most. Feeling defeated from rejections, feeling unmotivated to go out there and apply, procrastinating, feeling unwanted, feeling disappointed, not feeling it, just feeling so meh, right? Not feeling it. All right, like, let's not do that to each other. Let's go ahead and, like, you need a group. You need to go ahead and make it fun. Most people can't get the body that they want because working out is not fun. I mean, can you imagine going to the gym without music? It's freaking depressing. You know, don't stop doing it by yourself. Come in and join the program already. Strategic challenges. How should you go out there and spend your time? Too much information. Everybody's saying something different. That's the problem. You know, everybody's saying something different. But here's the thing. Nobody's driving the results that we are clearly driving. You have too much time right now on your hands and you don't know how to spend it. So with that said, stop wasting your time, join the program, and let's get this shit moving. Let's get this shit going. Like, schedule the call. Either somebody from my team or myself will go ahead and talk to you. But the longer you choose to do this on your own, the harder you're going to make it for yourself. Okay? That's just a fact. And the future of getting this job is all about either going to be your personal brand or it's going to be through networking or both. That's what we are preparing our people to go ahead and do next.